The question is, if none of the jobs that exist are paid. Hello, everybody. Masal khair. Welcome back to my podcast. My name is Danny Faraj, and today is a very interesting episode. It's for a specific type of people, believe it or not. So I don't know if everyone is going to enjoy it or not, but we'll see. This episode is for the go getters, the people that don't like no for an answer. This is for you. I want you to treat this episode as a checkpoint or a place where you allow yourself to sit down and reflect on how far you've come. Starting this episode with this beautiful quote. I need to remember it was by who, but the quote goes, and I will paraphrase: the key to success is believing to see. But the world we live in is based on seeing to believe. Let me explain what I mean. The guaranteer of something's success is believing that it will be successful. It's very easy for us to take guarantees from others, but it's very, very hard to give ourselves the same guarantees. And part of believing is giving yourself the guarantee. Or in other words, believing in something that it will work is the guarantee that you're giving yourself. So if you don't believe, then you're not going to see. The act of you not believing in yourself is basically you getting in your car without insurance. Does that make sense? I believe that's the best way for me to explain it. So I'm not saying that believing alone will make it happen, or I'm also not saying that in order for it to happen, you need to believe. I'm saying the best approach to go about something is having the belief first, and then you'll see. But let me know in the comments if you got what I mean, and if so, do you agree with this or not? The second point I want to talk about for the people, for the go-getters, for the people that want better for themselves, is I want you to know two things. The first one is you have the best trait or characteristic that a human being can possess, in my humble opinion. But at the same time, the second thing I want to tell you is that it can be a double-edged sword. And it could be if left unchecked, could be the reason for the stagnation. Essentially, you have to give yourself grace. If you fail at something, don't feel too bad. If you're someone who just doesn't like a no for an answer, or is always very stressed because they want to make ends meet, you have to understand that you can't really enjoy the successes if you are not in control with that trait, the stress, the overthinking, the why did I fail this, oh my god, I'm such a failure, I'm a loser. Like, no, give yourself grace. See how far you've made it, see how far you've walked, you've treaded in your path. If you try to do something new and you fail it, I don't want your first thought to be, oh, I'm such a failure. It should be like, okay, like, that's fine. It's my first time doing it. Let me replan and do it again. See how it works. Because a lot of the times, actually, if you are watching this, you've clicked on something that you know is going to test and challenge your own beliefs, which already tells me that you are someone who strives for the betterment of themselves. So that's that. So don't go hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. And if sometimes you struggle if you've been like stressed or negative or just overthinking some things, it's good to stop and look at how far you've treaded at some of the things you told yourself you were going to do. You only focus on the failing parts, on the things that you've tried and you failed, but you rarely go and reflect on the things that you told yourself you will do and you actually did. Believe it or not, I believe that the things that you told yourself you will do and you did are far more the things that you failed at. But we remember the ones we failed the most because that's what affected us the most. So keep that in mind. That's a reminder for me and for all the others that are watching that are in the same boat. Give yourself grace for what you have because at the end of the day, we are humans. Humans make mistakes. Doesn't mean that we should justify our mistakes, but we should give ourselves grace for it. Understand that it's inevitable that we may do another mistake in our lives. The last thing I wanted to share, and I believe this is the most important thing for people to learn, in my opinion. If there's something that's not working one too many times, maybe it's time to stop and reflect on what's happening. In order for you to fix a problem, you need to identify that there is one. So, if there's something you're doing, if there's a, let's say if there's a girl you're talking to and it's not working, but then you talk to another girl and it still doesn't work. Or let's say you go to for a new business and you failed it. Second business also did not work out for some reason. Don't think of it as in you're a failure, but also don't think or also don't say that it's not your fault because it is your fault. Give yourself grace, but at the same time identify that there's something you need to work on because it's not working, right? So in order for you to fix a problem, you need to identify that there is one. If there's something not working after one too many similar attempts, it's time for you to sit down and reflect on what you're doing. Leave your ego aside and understand that you ought to make mistakes, even though you may hate to be on the mistake side, but you got to go through it. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. I will leave you with this question, and I really want your opinion or your answer in the comments below. Or you can just shoot me a DM with the answer. The question is, if none of the jobs that exist are paid, if every single position in this world is free, what position would you choose? What would you be? Would you be a pilot? Would you be a farmer? Would you be a real estate agent? Would you be a scuba diver? Would you be a business owner for a car wash company? What would you be? Let me know in the comments below or shoot me a DM. That being said, thank you so much for listening to my podcast. Looking forward to speaking with you the next time. Okay, bye. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm gonna enjoy my Ninja Creamy. Beautiful.